Okay, so we're going to start off by doing some deep breathing. So we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose as we raise the arms up over our heads. And a nice long exhale out through the mouth as we lower the arms. So just breathe at your own pace. Nice deep inhale. And when you're ready for it, one last deep breath. Good. We're going to move into some neck exercises. So I'm going to turn my head to the side, pausing briefly as I look over my shoulder before coming back to the other side. And we'll repeat this a couple times. Okay, next vertically, we're going to look up towards the ceiling and then down towards the floor as we tuck the chin in towards the chest. Okay, next I'm going to tilt the head to the side. I'm going to extend the opposite arm out to the side, or as an option, we can go behind the back. We can pull on that wrist. And then moving over to the other side, switching our grip. Okay, next I'm going to tuck the chin in towards the chest. I'm going to place the hands on the back of the head, applying gentle pressure. And then moving into some neck rotations. So if you get dizzy, you can do a semicircle or half circle. Otherwise, you can do a full rotation. And reverse direction. And relax. Okay, next we're going to do some backward shoulder rolls. So we're going to bring the shoulders up towards the ears and roll them backwards. And moving forwards. Good, and relax. Give those arms a bit of a shake. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to take a golfer's grip. So we're going to have the fingers curled in, the thumbs extended. We're going to bring the arms out to the sides and back as far as possible. And we're going to do some up and down pulses. So here we're just working on strengthening some of our postural muscles. Keep those shoulder blades pinched together. Next, rotating the arms. So now the thumbs are pointing backwards, palms are up. Same thing here, up and down pulses. Rotating one more time here, so now the thumbs are pointing up, palms are facing forward. We're going to do some forward and backward pulses. And then finally, thumbs pointing down, palms facing backwards, some forward and backward pulses. Good, and relax and give those arms a bit of a shake. Okay, next we're going to stretch our lats, so the outside or the back muscles. So we're going to raise the arms up over our heads. We're going to grab onto the wrists. Whatever hand I grab with, I'm going to lean in that direction as I pull on that wrist. And you should feel a stretch through the side. Good, and over to the other side, switching our grip. Great. Okay, the next exercise we're going to do is kind of for our lower back. So I'm just going to turn to the side here. I'm going to place my hands just above my knees. What I'm trying to do here is create a curve in the lower back as I stick out my backside. My head and my chest are up in this position. I'm then going to tuck the chin in towards the chest and round my upper back as I extend through the legs. Good, and relax. With the hands out in front of us, we're going to rotate from side to side, trying to keep the lower body relatively still. We can incorporate the lower body by now pivoting on the ball of the foot. And relax. We're going to move into some yoga movements. So we're going to take a split stance, feet are flat on the ground. My back leg is straight. I'm going to contract the glute and push through the hip. And my front knee is bent. And I'm going to lean back as I raise the arms up overhead. I'm going to turn the back foot so that it's perpendicular to the front foot, opening up through the hips. I'm going to shift my weight forward. Arms are going to be extended, looking over the front arm. I'm then going to raise that front arm up towards the ceiling. The other arm drops down towards the floor, tucks in behind the back. Make sure, again, that front leg is still being loaded. Your hips are nice and open. We're going to drop that arm down. We're going to rest the forearm against the thigh. We're going to open up through the spine. And we're going to reach up towards the ceiling with our other arm. And then we're going to switch over to the other side. So just changing my foot positioning here so the feet are flat on the ground. The back leg is fully extended, contracting that glute and pushing through the hip. Front knee's bent. Arms are up overhead. Turning the back foot so that's perpendicular to the front foot, opening up through the hips, shifting that weight forward, arms extended. Reaching up towards the ceiling with that front arm, other arm tucks in behind the back. Keep that weight shifted forward, reach as high as you can. Dropping the arm down, resting the forearm against the thigh. Rotating through the back and reaching up towards the ceiling with the other arm. And relax. So my feet are going to be just outside shoulder width apart. I'm going to shift the weight over to the one side, loading the one leg, other leg is straight. So I'm stretching the groin muscle. With my upper body, I'm then going to lean towards that extended leg to further the stretch. And shifting the weight over to the other side. Same thing with the upper body, leaning towards that extended leg. And relax. Okay, next we're going to stretch our hamstrings so the feet are still shoulder width apart. We're going to hinge forward at the waist. Slight bend in the knee is fine. Keep the head and the chest up as we reach down towards the floor. We're then going to grab the back of the calves. We're going to fold our upper body, stretching through the back, dropping the head, giving it a bit of a shake no, a bit of a shake yes, and then slowly coming up, letting the blood return to our heads, and relax. Okay, with our hands together, our elbows are going to be flared out to the sides. We're going to be actively pushing in and down, stretching the forearms. Next, we're going to push on the back of the hands. Keep those elbows down. We're going to interlock the fingers. We're going to do some wrist rotations. And reverse direction. And we're going to finish off, we're going to extend the arms forward, the fingertips are spread open. We're going to clench, create a fist, feel that tension build in the forearms, and then release that tension. And relax. And give the whole body a bit of a shake, starting in the lower body and working your way up. And just like we started our session, we're going to finish it off with 3 deep breaths. So we're going to take a big inhale in through the nose, raising the arms up above our heads, and a nice slow release out the mouth as we lower the arms. And our last deep breath. Great. Thank you for joining me.